Back to you, Purity.
All right, thank you so much, Noah Kipkemboi, for that comprehensive update on that particular forum, on the East African Forum for Entrepreneurship Opportunities for the Young People. He shall be giving us more details on what the stakeholders had to say. Now to some good news from the Western Kenya and Mukumu Girls High School that was closed after a health incident is set to open. Students and a teacher lost their lives in the aftermath, and we are now joined by a reporter on the ground, Alan Ochanda, who is at the school. Alan, this had to come to pass someday, but how is the school community reacting to the reopening?
Well, Purity, remember the cloud of anxiety has now turned into a cloud of optimism here at the Sacred Heart Mukumu Girls here in Kakamega County. Remember, the institution closed down temporarily on April 3rd because of the breakout of a disease here. Of course, it was blamed on alleged contamination of the food and water in this particular institution. And so you saw even the CS Education, Dr. Ezekiel Machogo, really coming here and made some changes at the apex management of this school, where the principal was actually reshuffled, and also the dissolving of the board of management. But to this particular date, this is when the school is now reopening to the schedule of learning here, where the school has now put down some measures to ensure that there's no recurrence of that incident where that particular disease claimed the lives of 4 persons, 3 students and 1 teacher in this particular institution. And so to this date, we've spoken to the principal in the morning, Sister Jen Mbone, who actually just told us that they have actually put some measures in place to ensure that they already incinerated the contaminated food, of course, away in Mombasa at the Bamburi cement. And also, they have also ensured that when the students are actually coming today, Monday, we're actually seeing the Form 4s coming in accompanied by their parents here. They're actually required to have medical forms here duly signed by a professional doctor. They're also going through counseling sessions here before they can be reintegrated back to the school. But let's just speak to the Regional Director of Education, Jared Obiero. In the morning, we talked to the principal here, but let's just talk to the Director of Education, this particular region here, Jared Obiero. Just tell us, of course, you've actually been touring this particular school since morning. You've actually been camping here with the other stakeholders here. You just tell us who are actually here, the principal and the other stakeholders, how the situation is. According to your assessment as the stakeholder of education in this particular region, is it now ready to accommodate learners?
Thank you, Alan. We want to say that we are ready to continue the learning. As you can see, we have already received 200 girls, and you are seeing more and more are coming in. That's almost 50% of the Form 4 class that we are expecting. The school has put in all the necessary requirements as was instructed by the professionals. And we are still having the professional. We have our engineer from Ministry of Water. We have Mwashi here. And we have a big team here that's still checking in to see that everything is in proper place. We want to thank the counseling teams that are here. They are volunteers, and they have come in large numbers. We have 80 counselors that are having sessions with the parents and the learners and the students. And we want to thank the Ministry of Water team that are also here to check that everything is going perfectly. I want to say the commitment of our CS that he has assured and said that they are going to give everything possible to make sure that this school picks up and moves on. I would want to say to our parents, please let the children come. The school has put in proper mechanisms. After counseling and debriefing in the evening, the lessons will start. These are Form 4s, and we want them to catch up because they have lost actually 2 weeks of learning, and we need them to catch up. Teachers are already here. Everything is in position, and we are ready to go. And we want to thank the parents who have so far brought their children, and they have reassured us, told us that they are comfortable with the situation as they have seen. And we want to assure that that's how it's going to be until we receive the last Form 1 class that will come to the school. Thank you, Alan.
Maybe, Bwana Director, almost the whole system was actually condemned, from the water system to the alleged contaminated food here that was actually transported to Mombasa for incineration last week. We actually witnessed that here last week. Have you, as the main stakeholder of education in this particular region, maybe walked around the school and ascertained that they have already met the minimum threshold to ensure that the school really holds, especially in the stores? Have they replenished already? Are the stores clean? We also walked around with the CS Health, in charge of health, Dr. Susan Nahumicha, some 4 weeks ago, we walked through the dining hall and the places where they actually cook food. Have you maybe walked around with the officers here and, of course, the water engineer to ensure that the system are now back on track to ensure they hold students here and, of course, are within the minimum cleanliness standards?
Nothing here is happening without a technical person from the government, either county government or the national government. They are reassuring and quality assuring everything. Even the food that is coming here, the public health guys are here. They have to make sure that is the correct thing. As a ministry, we are the line ministry, and we are here relying on them to give up their technical expertise. And we want to thank them for taking their time throughout this holiday, this time when the children were away, and today they are here making sure that everything is perfect. Today you saw us working with the water people, just to reassure ourselves that we only have one source of water from Lake Victoria North Water Supply that's now supplying all the school. The other places, they're still working on them, and sooner or later they'll be ready. But I want to assure you that nothing here is being